Hello, hello. Had to miss yesterday, but we're back now with some space exploration, and I'm pretty sure last time we got fairly close to getting the Vegemite taken care of. Why is this not work? What is my bottleneck? Oh, I don't think I have enough. Oh, I'm stack inserter limited. Okay, so I do need to expand this. That's fine. That's not a huge deal. Okay, so yeah, definitely a fairly easy expansion. And I guess this can just go here. These can just become straight lines. Double, double, and a long inserter in the middle. Perfect. And then just in case I expand it, I'll add a underground there, I think. Actually, no, let's add it here. There we go. I don't think I need to expand this for a while, because with the speed modules and productivity modules, this will last a good while. But hopefully this is no longer stack inserter limited, though it might be. I don't I haven't really done math for this. We just kind of guessed. Well, okay, I did math, but then I realized we didn't have enough resources for the math to actually be useful. I guess that's a more accurate description. Also, over here is where we're literally just burning wood for the sake of getting rid of it. I know we can eventually turn it into biomass or something. I might make a wood rocket. I don't really know how useful biomass is. And then I'm pretty sure, okay, increase bio Covarex Vegemite. Okay, I think I remember what that means. Basically, turns out that you can turn the dark green stuff into the light green stuff, which I did not know when I first started building this, and that changes that changes a lot actually. It's a very significant. Wait, this doesn't. Why do I have a pump here? Why is this one-sided? Is it supposed to go the other way? I don't know why. I don't know why I gasped. I think I had a reason for that at some point. Maybe I was going to reclaim this rocket, and then I realized I didn't need to. But honestly, it could have just been a mistake, which makes me think it's messed up on the other planet too. But it should be good now. They should be able to fill themselves with liquid rocket fuel. Yeah, fairly slowly, but that's okay. It's not like they're going anywhere. Yeah, we should be fine. Hello, Jonas. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we still need to fix this. We still need to fix. Well, we don't need to fix this. Let's do a bioprocessing area down here. I think that would be a good idea. Which I think is done with Kim plants, right? Okay, so basically we didn't leave enough space to do exactly what I wanted to do. So we're just kind of hoping we'll be okay. Because I kind of forgot this was a thing. Yeah, the space exploration. We're finally getting to like the final type of science. Well, not final type of science. The final like base science, I guess. Before we have to start getting to all the like tier 2 versions, which is means we're just missing Vegemite. Okay, I think this is not working, but I don't know why. Disabled by control behavior. That has water in it. What kind of planet is it? This is the Vegemite planet, which isn't its actual name, but it's what I like to call it. But yeah, something about this is not working. Is it this? That pump could be the problem. I don't know if that is the problem. I just I don't see what else could be the problem. We should also get rid of all the trees. But yeah, this is a Vegemite planet with biter meteors only, so it is relatively safe. I know that's not its actual name, but I've been calling it Vegemite because it's fun. I think it's like Vitamelange or something is the actual name. Is this uranium mined locally? No, the uranium is launched via this delivery cannon. We mining it on another planet, but it's so dense that like uranium power is just so dense that it's really easy to just ship off to other planets as you need it, which is really nice. We are currently trying to figure out why this reactor setup doesn't work though. Um, I don't think it needs to be primed. Is it missing something? No, this planet isn't missing anything. Requires electricity and demand and space to output fluids to function. Did I not connect it to my network? No, I did. Hmm. What is the issue? Let's see. These are powered. These all have water. Okay, so these are disabled, I'm guessing. I don't know. These all have check. These all seem good. Right? Am I inputting water at the wrong spot? Is that the issue? I think I might be putting water at the wrong spot. Let's see. Let's look back at this. Water goes in the middle. Yeah, okay. I see. Did I break it? I doubt I broke it. I don't think this pump has logic on it, right? Yeah. Okay, so I shouldn't have caused any permanent damage, but my guess is that water just has to be on one of these two sides. Or it needs to be in the middle. Because I did not see this pump here because it was hidden by the substation. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that fixes the problem. Fortunately, we didn't need that power right now. Because we can burst out. I think we have like a... Yeah, we have this over here. So we do get all the power we need. More than enough, honestly. This can keep us going for a while until uranium actually works. Okay, Novice is not doing too well. We kind of just covered the entire area with roboports, which is actually like building them pretty decently. We just kind of pasted them everywhere and then kind of went and did our own thing. So it is actually probably viable for us to go get oil and stuff at some point. Let's see, this is full. Is it requesting anything? I guess that's the real question. Okay, there seems to be a problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see the problem. Huh. Well, this is obviously a fluid wagon, so I guess one option is this. The other option is to deconstruct it. I don't know if I needed that fluid wagon. I guess we can just deconstruct it. That is definitely not what it was supposed to do, though. Trees and rocks only. We'll get rid of fluid wagon. There we go. And okay, yeah, that was weird. Whoa, those guys deleted that fast. Okay, that might have stalled our entire base. Actually, no, because we do have, right? We have a junction. Forgot about my weird oil junction. Okay, are we out of? That's the wrong type of pipe. Hello, Ludwix. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I have not uploaded on YouTube for my VODs channel for a while. I will be getting back onto an upload schedule this week. I used to do my uploads on like Thursdays, but then Thursdays got really busy. So I've just been trying to figure out a new day of the week to queue up stuff. So next week we should start having the regular space exploration updates. Because it is backlogged about... I think I'm about a month behind. I should be able to catch up with the space exploration stuff within a couple weeks fairly easily, though. But yeah, I definitely got got sidetracked from it. But glad you've been enjoying them. Honestly, I might just upload them this weekend because there's no reason to just what would be a good day? I'm trying to think which day I have that's most free for me to just sit there and queue up like a week worth of VODs. Oh. You're on part 30 or so? Okay, perfect. then you have like, there's like 30 more before you're actually caught up to where I got distracted and didn't upload for a while. Also, these are working. That was the problem. We were missing, we had water connected to the wrong spot. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we need to do this recycling. So realistically, it doesn't matter where this goes. I don't know how expandable it needs to be, though. I feel like this, next to this production, is a decent spot in terms of, like, belt throughput. Or we could process it near the rockets. Honestly, this base isn't that large, so I don't think it matters right now. I think the main thing is I just want to get something up and running. So basically, this is a pretty straightforward Covarex style, Covarex enhancement style problem. Because it's basically using a lot of one thing, a very little of another, turn it into more of the rarer one. Which apparently is completely necessary to get any of it, because yeah, you get them at a ratio of 1 to 400, so it's even... I would say it's harder than Covarex. It's not really harder, but those ratios are definitely a lot worse. But the starting values are definitely better. That's not in the wrong spot, right? Hello, Grizzly Boy. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and then these do produce light oil as a byproduct. And then I want to separate the halves. Actually, yeah, I think I want to keep the halves separate. So the easiest way to do that is with filter inserters. So we could output something... We could do something like this. This isn't awful. Actually, wait. If I'm doing both sides, this actually works too, right? Yeah. Okay, so this tessellates really well. So we have the dark green stuff on one side and the light green stuff on the other. It really is like Covarex. The same, pretty much the exact same color palette too. Maybe a little bit different, but they're practically identical. Okay. I don't keep up with the ones that announce the new planets. So I haven't really seen much of the new one since it had a lot of information about the new planets. It's not like I hate when I learn information about them, but I don't want to learn like too much about them. But it's not like I'm actively avoiding it, so if there's something interesting, you're free to share it. But I did briefly see it had something to do with like bioprocessing stuff, and it seemed interesting. Okay, I feel like... Honestly, I feel like this stuff is so cheap that productivity modules aren't worth it. But on the other hand, we have them, right? Productivity. We have prod 3s. I feel like prod 3s seem overkill for this. Okay, so that's going to use up 24. So we can do 2 sets of this, and then we should be fine. I think we can fit a beacon in the middle here, too. I really wish we had the wide beacons.
Beef taco,
Yeah, it seems
beef,
really
beef
cool.
Taco.
I am very excited to actually play it and see what the planets are, because it seems like they're adding a lot of really neat stuff to them. And they'll make it that it's a lot fairly unique, right? Like, I feel like all the planets are required and not just copy and paste from each other, which is really cool. Hello, Durham. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some, hopefully refining today. We'll see if we actually make something decent. But the goal is to make basically Covarex, but with organic Covarex is the best way I can think to describe it. Is there any spot I can place this that power... That does power everything. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. I wasn't sure if we would be able to get away with 2 substations there. Okay, and then need to make sure it's connected to the right grid. Good. Okay. I don't have an input. I don't have an input. I forgot this is a recycling process. It's not a huge deal, but we do need to completely redesign it. Whoops. Okay, how do I fix this? Okay. I was thinking they would be self-feeding, but you need to add the inserters to do that. But because we have the halves separated, it isn't really... Yeah, that's not really gonna work. Okay. How do I want to limit it to? Because I only want this to run if we're running low on the dark green stuff, right? Or if we have backed up dark green stuff. So we're going to need a buffer chest for the light green and the dark green, just so we can have combinators. And then I guess we just send all of this to the left. I guess we could just filter it with a splitter. That could work. And then just this splitter activates if, or this, not, I guess the splitter can't go in logic, but we can have this belt activate if it needs to. So this would all go to the left. We need an input here. Yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, yeah, none of this is salvageable. That's okay. Honestly, the easiest way to do it is to not filter it ahead of time. I might just do that, because I feel like it's very easy to work with if we don't filter it ahead of time, right? Or if we don't filter the outputs. And then we can repurpose a lot of what we had. Which, yeah, there isn't a ton. There isn't a ton to copy, but there's a little bit. It's better than nothing. We can at least copy the general idea. Now, I'm not sure how we're gonna recycle things, but I think conceptually this works well. Then we add an input, 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 and then I guess we can just do like a recycling loop on the end. Oh, we can't flip it. That's fine. Okay, I think our best bet, we have to send this up here. We have to loop this around. Now, this might not be enough, but it's a decent start. Then where do we have this? We had this here, and then we had a substation here and here. Definitely destroyed it. Not irrationally, I guess, but we didn't really need to destroy it quite yet. We just needed to replace the filters, and then we were good. Okay, so that should work. That's basically what we had before. Now, the only thing we're missing is a side filter, and that's just so we can regulate how much goes into it, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. Now, this needs to be connected to some kind of buffer. Actually, no, it doesn't. It does, but we need to filter it ahead of time. We actually need to put this splitter here. There we go. That's all we're missing. So the idea works. We just need to place it after the filter, and that'll just give us an easier way to regulate stuff. Because now we could just do an output prior to the... Does that work? Okay. I think I have an idea of how to do this, but it's weird. Why did I delete that? Okay. So also we want to just delete this because this is just causing confusion. We don't need it anymore. It's basically nothing compared to this thing, which is 16 times stronger. Yeah, no reason to keep that. Okay, so we need fast splitter. Now we'll filter the green to the right. Honestly, we need to filter them both to the right. Maybe I should start with a side load and then a prio. The idea I have in mind is like a lot of filters, a lot of splitters for no reason though. I feel like there's a better way. But because it's going a different direction than I'm thinking in, I'm just very confused right now. Okay, we're just gonna delete them. Okay, let's send it this way. This makes it easier to manage. Okay, so we filter at the left, the dark green to the left. Okay, that's a good start. Now we do a prio, and then I think we're good. So now we can prio this to the left, and then once it's backed up, it will start recycling. I think that's fine. Yeah, we should prioritize not recycling it, I think. And then this one can just go straight there because we don't get that much of it. And then again, we can have some kind of... Ooh, maybe we can have like a... Oh yeah, we can have a filter on the end of this, I think. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Yeah, this does work. Okay, so prio left. Only the excess stuff is going to be recycled. That should be fine. We're just going to control click everything we can into these because our inventory is very full. We've been deleting a lot of things because we weren't sure how or where we were going to make all this, and that just really fills up your inventory like really fast. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, I think we should get rid of even distribution. It's not helpful anymore. We just don't really use it, you know. Okay. Now I'm thinking we have to do another filter like this to side swap it. And then we recycle it. And then this is the stuff that goes towards the silo? There definitely is a better way, but this doesn't have any flaws with it. It's just a little bit messy. That's the wrong kind of belt. I think that's fine, right? I think everything is on the correct side. Let's see. This is gonna go on the left. Okay, perfect. Input prio. Now this one we actually want to input. Which one do we want to prioritize, actually? I don't know which one we want to prioritize. Probably new stuff so it doesn't back up. Yeah, new stuff so it doesn't back up. Then output prio to the left as well. Because we basically just want to keep this saturated. Okay, I think that works fine. Now this one doesn't actually need to get dark green from it ever, I don't think. Although we might need a buffer chest. Actually, no, there's no reason to not steal from this. Okay, so this is going to recycle it down. Then if things ever get too backed up, we can just stop recycling completely. I think that's a good strat. Now, the only thing that I'm missing is how do we get this over here? And maybe it doesn't matter. Because once this backs up... Oh, actually, if this backs up, the stuff can go directly over here. Okay, no, never mind. We don't... I was trying to think how we can collect from the inn, but we don't actually need to do that. Okay, so a little bit more loopy than it needs to be. But it does work perfectly fine, and that's what matters. And now... we should actually prioritize the right. Now we can connect this here to the original spot, and that makes an infinite loop, which I don't actually want to do. The whole point of that is to not have that loop. Okay, so things are on the correct side too. Hello, Degeva. It's going fine. We have a little bit more of a loop here than I meant to have, but other than that, it's great. Okay, now we just need to figure out if I want to actually put logic on this. I don't know if this actually needs a prio. It might not matter. Okay, we're actually belt limited, which is surprising. Very, very, very problematic, actually. Huh. Was not expecting to be belt limited here. I don't know why, because I could have just done this and seen that it produces 50 per second. Okay, so obviously we need to split this into 2 parts, but other than that, it's totally fine. So I say we just take this, so we shift it up like 3 tiles. And then we can figure something out from there. But yeah, it's going pretty good. How are you? Just ignore the mess and everything's fine. Which I guess is just this whole run in a nutshell. Okay, so my plan is to do this. That doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll go around. Does that work? I don't know if that works. I also don't know if it really solves the problem. I don't really know what to do with all this stuff. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the recycle loop to be so production heavy. Honestly, if I'm producing that much, does it really matter? Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'll just keep it connected for now. We can come back to this later. Honestly, if we just come back with blue belts, that fixes it. Like, the blue belts completely solve the problem in a much easier way. But yeah, definitely is my style. Okay, so now we don't need this buffer chest. We should have a buffer chest. It just shouldn't be here. That's a silly spot for it. We can leave that. So I actually want to get this signal all the way up to the top somehow. The real question is how. Well, that can connect there. This can connect here. That can go through there. That can go here, and this can go here. And now we should be able to disable this. Okay, yeah, that should be perfectly fine. Yeah, it's definitely my style, at least with this run, or all of my runs. Like, I can play where I make like an organized base. I just don't find it that fun to do regularly. I find it much more fun to just completely wing it. Definitely not cope at all. Yeah, that should work. I did not realize we had that much buffered inside of it, otherwise I wouldn't have cut that. Okay, these are really more dense than the other thing. That's impressive, surprising. Okay, so I think the bots have placed it now. So we can use a red wire. That is getting the correct signal. Bot abuse. Yeah, well, okay, I thought they didn't have work they had to do. That's not... Okay, it is on me, but I thought they'd be okay. Do I actually need this? You know, with the Prio, I don't think I actually need this circuit at all. I'm real. um, yeah, this circuit does nothing. Oh, well. That's fine. Yeah, because once this backs up, it just naturally goes this way. Okay, so yeah, this circuit was useless. Perfect. And I was like a toddler connecting random stuff in the most cumbersome way possible. Yep. We probably could have just gone straight through, but I wanted to go around for some reason, which is... And it didn't even end up being useful. It's very fitting, honestly. The real question is, how is this backed up? Oh, right. I went through and I control-clicked a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that tends to break things. Never control-click ever, I guess, is the moral of the story. Maybe not that. Maybe it doesn't need to be that extreme. Okay, there is one like quick and dirty solution I can do to the input throughput issue. Don't know if it necessarily helps with the output throughput problem, but it might. So this will make it that they take from the recycle belt too, so more of the fresh stuff can make it down here. That's basically the idea behind this. Now I don't know if it well, actually it might help with the output saturation too. I don't know. What I could do is connect another belt here and hope everything's fine. I don't know. Well, we'll just leave it. See how it goes. Honestly, it's probably producing way more. It's producing way more Vegemite than I'm producing right now. Consuming right now. That's what matters, right? Of course, the amount I'm consuming right now is 0, so that's a very low bar. Okay, can we make it through here? I don't think we can. So let's go around. Yeah, who was saying that is the most cumbersome way possible? That was flawless. That fit in there perfectly. It actually kind of did. That was nice. Okay, then we'll add a buffer chest because why not? Let's see, tank. Although I don't think we're going to be backing up on light oil. It produces practically nothing. Like, it produces so little, right? Each full recycle gives me 1. Which is like 1/100th of a rocket fuel or something like that. Rocket fuel's pretty expensive, right? 10 solid fuel and 10 10 solid fuel and 10 light oil. So it's 110. Yeah, 1/110th. That's a weird. I'm just gonna say 1/100th. 1%. There we go. That's easier. But honestly, yeah, this is working pretty decent. We're actually more limited on this than I thought we would be. Should I? Ooh. Wait, I think I have an idea. I think we should prioritize... whatever's left over here. I don't think that's going to make a... I really don't think that's going to make a huge difference, though. Honestly, it's probably fine. I'm just going to say, this is probably fine. Also, dang, this stuff stacks a lot higher. This rocket is never going to launch. Let's see. Is that normal? Yeah, it's normal. Hello, Pandabo. Welcome. Okay, so we are very clearly limited by belt speed here. I think we need to import blue belt to this planet, like ASAP. I did not realize so much of our production was going to be limited by that. That just seems a little bit odd to me. This doesn't have an output. No wonder why those aren't working. Okay, we actually... Ooh, nuclear power's up and running. Perfect. Okay, which means we're still going to be burning coal here. I could disable these if power is above a certain threshold, right? Is that something you can put in a combinator? It is, but I don't know how. That's true. 2 times red belt has better throughput than 1 times blue belt. But that requires me to think. But yeah, you're right. That is probably a better option. And we have the resources for it. We really just need to rebalance these. I think if we cut this down to 6 and just do 2 of them, everything's golden, right? Like, there's very little reason not to do that. I mean, considering that's the main goal for today, right? Maybe it should just be done. I guess it only wastes part of a beacon. It's not like beacons are expensive. Actually, wait, does that fix my problem? If we do 6, 30. Okay, yeah, that does have the throughput I need. The input throughput is going to be a little bit off, but I think we offset it by doing the partial recycling. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. So we're going to take these ones, shift them closer, delete the top, and then there's a little bit of bot abuse here. Let's just ignore that. We're nice to our bots sometimes. Not right now, but sometimes. Okay. This has some input, that has some input. Can we move this up a tile? No, we can't. Okay, perfect. So now we just do 2 of these. Not sure exactly how we're going to fit 2 of them here. I really thought these were a lot slower, to be honest, because when we had just 1 of them, it felt like it was producing nothing. Apparently producing 16 times as much, though, is a pretty significant bump up. Who would have thought? Okay, we could save a belt here. We don't need to. Honestly, this can back up very badly, which is not good. We obviously need to prioritize the recycle. That's not the correct one. Input prior, right? There we go. I think this is what I meant to do. Okay, did we just completely break? We can just completely break the system. It should be fixed now, hopefully. Okay, regular belt, chest. That's fine. And I guess we could just use this 1 blue belt I have. That's fine. Okay, cool. And this is why I like to do filtered outputs, because then you don't have those kinds of problems. Honestly, it might be worth doing filtered outputs. The only reason I did this setup was just ended up redesigning it was because I wanted to save the beacons. But now that I have to double it anyway, it doesn't really save any beacons. Do I just start from scratch? I think there isn't anything here worth salvaging. Okay, how would I redesign it to use two red belts? Ooh, one option is to send the output of 1 into another. That's not a bad idea, actually. Because every time we pass it through, it decreases the amount of the dark green stuff by 30%. Which is our main limiter for throughput speed. So if we just take this and loop it into a second set of this, right here, it just concentrates it even farther. And considering the whole purpose of this is to concentrate it, that's not a problem. It was just going to be awkwardly staggered because that's where it fits. Okay, should I recycle this? Or should I split it ahead of time? I don't think I need to split it ahead of time. I think we're just going to take this. We're going to move it here. And we are literally just going to straight up send it directly into the other one. And there we go. Now it's concentrated and lower throughput. I think this solves everything that we need to solve. The only thing we could potentially need to fix now is a supplement here, which we can do very easily. Not as easily as I thought, actually. A better option would be a filtered inserter. And the only reason for that is... Let's see, that can go here? Yeah. The only reason for the filtered inserter is because I would have to recycle the light green stuff back in, whereas a filtered inserter, I don't have to worry about that. And this doesn't need to move a lot, so it's totally fine. It should actually be a stack inserter, but that's an easy fix. Or a stack filter inserter. But I don't think throughput is going to be too much of a problem. There's going to be too much shiny Vegemite on the second loop. I don't think the second one has a loop, right? Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you. That was supposed to go back into the middle. Good catch. Yeah, throughput-wise, this should be better, right? Because it's 31 goes to 26. So yeah, this shouldn't have throughput problems. Oh, except with the prod mods, it might actually. With the prod mods, it might actually increase flow rate. But yeah, thank you for that. I think we're good now. Yeah, yeah. These ones were just working this way because of belt backing up. This one doesn't back up though, so that could cause problems. I guess if we filtered out ahead of time, it could have also worked, but honestly, not a huge concern with this right now. Okay, but yeah, this thing doesn't need to get like any dark green out of it. This literally is just to get everything converted into light green. I like how you called it shiny. Shiny is a good name for it. I like that much better than light green. Shiny Vegemite. Okay, and these are clearly having throughput problems still. Excellent. Actually, is it a throughput problem or is it an input speed problem? I cannot tell. Both. It's a weird problem. Honestly, if it's the throughput problem, it is so... Yeah, it's so minor, it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. That looks like half a red belt of the light green, of the shiny stuff. Yeah, I'm content with that. We do have more than we need here, but it's not a huge problem. We can always increase the outputs later. Okay. Oh wait, I think I want... Ooh, wait. I think we can actually use the circuits that I wanted to use. Yeah, we can actually use the red circuit. Perfect. It wasn't useless. Okay, enable if dark green is greater than 24,000. Perfect. Because I do want to make sure it backs up first before we start consuming it. I guess worst case scenario, we would still have 3 producing it. So it wouldn't be a huge problem, but I really want these to only run if there's excess. Let's see. There is shiny uranium that is a similar color. Oh yeah, the U235. Actually, wait, which one is it? I can never remember. Yeah, the 235. I like shiny. I always call them light green and dark green, but shiny is such much more fun term for it. Okay, we are definitely not producing enough light oil to launch the amount of rockets that we will be launching. But that's not a problem, because we do import rocket fuel as well. But we do have it set up in a way that it does prioritize the stuff we get from the Vegemite. Okay, I'm fairly content with this. It is ugly. We can make it a lot less ugly if we shift this up, so that way they at least line up with each other. But honestly, you know, this fits me. We can scrap the whole planet later. Okay, now the next thing we have to figure out is how do we get rid of methane? So we have a couple options. One of them is terrible, but it is technically an option. We can ship it off the planet. The only problem with that is that I don't want to do that. If we ship it off the planet, we're basically doomed. But if we ship it off the planet, that's a lot of steel. Like I think one tank per rocket or something like that, right? It's pretty low. No, it's not that low. 500 times 10 times 100. Oh, actually no, that's not too bad then. Wait, why times 100? Or is it times 50? I don't know how much goes in a barrel. Either way, that's actually not too bad. We will occasionally need to ship steel into here, turn it into barrels, and then ship it off the planet. But honestly, that's not a huge deal. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Okay, that's easy enough to set up. The official names are Shiny Rock and Dull Rock. I like it. It's very fitting and very accurate. Okay, so we unfortunately cannot make the correct warehouse, so we're gonna have to do a larger one here, which is fine, because this is for steel. Is there a better way? 100%. But this is what we're doing. Okay, so that works. These need to be filtered to steel, which is fine, and these are just producing barrels. Okay, and this is the methane rocket. Perfect. Okay, yeah, methane barrels. The other, oh, what are the other options? Burning it. Those are really the, well, okay, there is another option, and that requires me to import cryonite and do an entire processing chain for cryonite. So that one's a bit complicated. It does increase the rocket density by like 10 times, though. At the cost of having like 4 times the delivery rockets. Not a terrible option, but it's definitely low priority. So we can either ship it off as ice, ship it off in barrels, or ship it off or not ship it off at all and just burn it or store it until the end of time. But burning it's probably the more sustainable option because I don't think there's anything we can produce with methane here. Like we can produce fuel out of it, we can produce this stuff, but this is in space only. This is the ice option I was talking about. So methane ice I think is... Wait, what is methane ice? Let's see, so this would be 1,000 methane per stack, whereas this is 2,000 methane per stack? Okay, so methane ice isn't actually that great. It's not as dense as water ice, I don't think. Yeah, okay, so never mind. Double density is not worth the production chain. I thought it was going to be as significant of a difference as water. Because I think water has a difference of like a whole magnitude. Yeah, 1 to 100, or like 1 to 200 or something like that. Or no, 10 to 200. It should be like 10 to 200. Not as big of a difference here. Okay, so if we call this a steel one, we should get steel pretty soon. We make barrels, we package it. This will buffer for a long time, and then we ship them off. And we don't need to do any steel recycling here, so we can do all the steel recycling on a planet that's more suited for it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to get enough methane for what we need to do. Let's see, where should I process this? Because I want to be able to expand this, so we should probably process it over on the other side. So I can keep expanding left, just in case we forgot a material. But yeah, I don't know if we produce enough methane as a byproduct that this can be our only source of methane, because we will probably also need to get methane ice from the asteroid planets. They're not asteroid planets, but the asteroid areas. I guess we can just say asteroid. I guess I don't need to call it a planet. But yeah, we do need to get methane from there, I imagine, because I really don't know how much it consumes. I'm hoping... Actually, I think I'm hoping it's a net negative, right? Because if it's not a net negative, this buffer just goes on forever. No idea what I'll do then. Okay, so we need the stack thing. We need an underground. That can go here. Is that powered? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay, barrels, and then we can just do an output. I don't like that. I want these to all be on one side. Okay, there we go. I don't really know how many we'll need. Honestly, we don't need that many. That's crazy of me to think. I think we will. Okay, and then these can just be... We could do one barrel assembler, I think. Onto a belt will be good. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a problem at all. Okay, this should be good. I say that, but I don't know. Last time I said that, everything was wrong. But it might be fine this time. And this means we actually have steel on this planet, which... I mean, it's not that useful, but it's kind of useful. Now, I don't think we're shipping steel as ingots. I feel like we decided that wasn't worth the lack of flexibility, right? Because steel is already incredibly dense. I don't think I ship enough of it to where I've actually cared about making it 5 times denser, like with iron and stuff. Like iron and copper, we ship a lot. Steel is already 5 times denser, I think. Actually, no, isn't steel... Yeah, 5 times denser. So it didn't need another multiplier on top of that. Okay, so we have some barrels. Where are they? There we go, barrel, and then we can do methane barreling, which is not lined up with unbarreling. Wait, what? Where is... Oh. Oh, it's just the section above it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, input, input, input. Am I quiet today? I might have the wrong... Is that better? I might have had the wrong setting up on my mic. It doesn't have as much granularity on it as I can, like... It visually doesn't have as much granularity as it does. So, like, it has 10 segments, but it can be divided into, like, 20. Which means it can very easily be, like, plus or minus 3 decibels, and there's no way for me to tell. Aside from people just thinking I'm quiet. I could use an external program to monitor it. Or just... I might be able to just keep it maxed all the time. That does add a bit of extra noise, though. But yeah, I might just install the third-party software for it. So then I can actually just set it to the decibel I want, instead of having it be, you know, that range. Okay, so that should work. Then this needs to request steel. Now, I don't know what's shipping out steel, but I'm hoping that we have a steel rocket ready to go. Let's see, I guess we can follow it. Yeah, we do. Okay. It has 2 destinations. It has to fill with the new fuel. Perfect. Wow, this is a lot of fuel to go to this system, actually. It almost might be worth doing methane ice. Just because if it takes 107,000 to get here, it probably takes like 100,000 to leave. I guess we'll find out. Your speakers are at 8% when they are usually at 6%. Oh, that is a small range to have to work around. I guess my headphones are like that. They're not that extreme, but I definitely keep them at like 10 to 20. Okay, things are backed up, but I think that's fine. Okay. So our recycling is really good. Splitting into 2 belts does seem to have solved any throughput problem to the point where we're now actually... We're running out of the buffered resources, so we can see that we actually have some headroom to work with, so that's nice. This is supposed to be barrels. Methane barrels. Okay, cool. That's recycled. This isn't turned. Hilarious. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I love granularity on speakers and stuff, and video games. Like when you go to game settings and you have it set to like 5. I have a lot of games that are set 20 and below. I have some games that I have set to like 2%, and when you have to go from 2 to 3, that's a pretty big jump. That's only really a problem in Discord calls though, because you know, in those cases I can't really easily just change my, I can't just change my headphone settings. It's great. You've been watching my older records while going to bed on YouTube? I've been meaning to upload more stuff to my VOD channel too. I'll get back onto I'm getting back to an upload schedule this week though, so that'll be nice. But I've been doing pretty well. Glad you've still been watching them. How are you doing? Does this work? Yeah, this works. Okay, this will not launch for a long time, so I think we're good. We've already probably burned through our entire buffer. But yeah, I hope you're doing well as well. Well as well? I guess that's technically correct. It's just weird to use those two phrases in a row. It'd be nice to have logarithmic controls. I feel like inherently they are. It's just in the wrong direction. But yeah, we're trying to put a logarithmic sound system to a linear scaling. So yeah, we need we need to counteract that. Oh, you left good old Missouri to North Carolina? Actually, that sounds like a very good trade then. Glad you're starting to settle down or settle into it. Is this not going to connect? Oh my gosh, did I max the power pole connections on that thing? Okay, fine. Tice was right. There's no rhyme or reason to my connections. But yeah, North Carolina seems really pretty from the people I've known that are from there. It could just be that they're showing me the pretty parts of it, but it looks nice. Unlike Missouri, which isn't awful. It's just very flat. Has lots of forests at least. Our senses are logarithmic? Is it our senses that are logarithmic, or is it just the scale that we assign to it? Like, I know decibels are completely whack. Like, they're really hard to understand in terms of like how their scaling is. Just because logarithmic scales don't they don't really conceptually make sense, right? Like you can't really equate loudness to a percentage very easily. Was that bad? I think it's fine. We probably should have had some laser turrets in various spots, but I think we'll survive this. Yeah, that's not the end of the world. But yeah, I guess we definitely hear sounds at very weird levels. I'm glad I'm not a biologist. Just to try to make sense of this stuff. I think we have some issues here. I think this should actually be set to logic. This should only run if it has no... Oh, we do have logic. It just, we had deleted... we had deleted the wire. Cool. That makes sense then. We do that a lot. Okay, so this is filling, this is filling, this is filling. I think we are good to leave the planet and go back to space. I don't know how to do that. Now we have a cup... Well, I have a vague idea of how to do it. Let's see. First things first, I should leave everything I might need here on this planet. So that includes these. Those are definitely more useful here. Modules, yeah, those are more useful here. Bots and construction bots. I actually want to keep some construction bots to myself. They kind of all entered the system. Actually, I need to track down some Logibots because they stole my construction bots. There we go. I want 25? 25 should be good. Oh, yeah, we don't need receiver signals. Is that the right word? Yeah, I just said it in the wrong order. Silos and furnaces. Okay, these are all better here. Efficiency modules are kind of useless. Funny enough, a common trick in compression is to square root the values. For audio compression? Actually, I don't know what that means. Or just mean as a way to like make it more of a linear scale. Okay, these are very backed up with junk. Should I move them by hand? Do we have... Okay, we have requester chests. Audio and color. I guess they do equate to values in some degree. We just don't think of them as values normally. But yeah, I guess I see what you mean. Will this work? Honestly, audio compression... I mean, what doesn't confuse me? But audio compression confuses me. Because I had a batch of MP3s that I had compressed to upload them just to like Google Drive. It's not like I was trying to save space or anything. It just makes it easier to upload a folder to Google Drive if you compress it first. And the size increased by like 10%, which I guess I shouldn't be that surprised by. because they're already like, you know, compressed. But I don't know, it was weird to just see the number go up. Like, you don't normally want that number to go up when you compress things. But like I said, it wasn't a big deal because the goal there wasn't compression or anything. It was just to make it into one folder that Google Drive accepts. Okay, so that works there. What else do we need? I'm just trying to like clear. Okay, that should work. And then one more if we have it. I don't know if I might not have it. I actually might have to do a filter chest here instead. Okay, so this can filter out nuggets and this can filter out not nuggets. I guess that'll work. Okay, we're gonna copy that there. We're gonna blacklist. We're gonna copy this to the other side. So that way I don't have to wait for it. I'm just trying to clear my storage. Bots will die in the process of doing this, but that's okay. That happens. Sometimes they die. Okay, wait. Who was the one who said bot abuse earlier? Maybe they were right. they might have been right. I might not treat my bots very well. But yeah, we got probably like 100 stacks worth of Vitamelange and junk in our inventory, which is a decent amount of our storage that we have available. So I don't really want to... Yeah, I don't really want to waste that. Okay, what else do we want to leave here? Honestly, most of the stuff in my inventory I want to leave here. Because, like, these warehouses are definitely more useful here. The reason we have, if anyone's wondering, the reason we have to leave the stuff here is just because we can't take that much back when we go back to our rocket. So most of it needs to stay. Train stops are useless, but they're not going to help down here. But I mean, might as well leave them. Tanks, sure. Anything that's super cheap. I don't really have these anywhere else. Oh, red wire. I guess I can leave red wire here. I mean, those are basically free. Have you ever had a Big Mac? Is that short for Big Mac? Or is there something else? I mean, I'm not sure if that's Big Mac or Big MC, like that stands for something. But I can probably say that either way the answer is no. I have not. You like tacos? Excellent. I'm glad someone here likes tacos. Apparently a lot of my viewers are anti-taco, or at least prefer burrito, which was devastating news, to be honest. I've been betrayed by those I trust. I know, right? Mac. Okay, it is abbreviation for Mac. I can probably say, I think I can safely say it sounds... I don't think I want to try it. I'm not entirely sure what it entails, but it doesn't seem that good. But I don't know, I might be missing something. Big Mac sauce is pretty good. I guess that would just seem like... I guess I could justify it and pretend it's like some kind of aioli on like a hamburger. It's so close to being a taco that I can kind of count it. Okay, does that work? I think that works. Okay, and then all of this stuff, I guess we can just toss it in here. I can't wait to sort this because this is very confusing as it is. Okay, let's see if we have everything we need. And hopefully some fuel. Okay, what do we need to launch? Heinlein orbit needs 10 parts. Ooh, we're pretty close, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. And then it needs 121 rocket fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, I meant to count to 12. Perfect. Okay, so we just have like one batch of stuff we need to get rid of. Perfect. You Suck at Cooking made a fun video of Big Mac tacos. You Suck at Cooking is... Are they the ones that start with like very serious, somewhat serious sounding videos? Like they start with like 30 seconds of like serious tips and then it just devolves into chaos? Because they're great. Also, this is mixed. That's not good. Oh, did I side swap them at some point? No, this isn't filtered. This isn't side swapped at all. Okay, well this is an easy fix, right? It's an easy-ish fix. Okay, that has just green. Actually, yeah, no, we can just, yeah, that's an easy fix. Okay, no, not a problem. Glad we figured it out before we left the planet. Yeah, we just had to change the prio there. I think we're good. Now, I don't remember which side we're supposed to prio. I feel like no prio is better, actually. I feel like it will work itself out. The requester, did I break the requester? Oh, yes, thank you. Wait, is that what you're talking about? Me forgetting to put that in there? See, they mostly chop onions by throwing them at the wall. Interesting. That definitely sounds useful. Is useful the right word there? It might not be the right word there. Okay, we're just gonna sit here for a bit and contemplate life while I think about what the requester comment meant. I guess the requester is putting things on a different side of the belt, but it's does it need to be on one side of the belt here? I don't know if it was supposed to be on one side of the belt or not, but just in case, let's do that because I don't know. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. It just it just happened to be that it was only on one side of the belt to start with. Okay, yeah. So the requester was the problem because I had removed the side load and moved it elsewhere, but didn't account for that. Okay, yep, that makes sense. So it was safe. I thought it just backed up. I was very scared. Okay, how long do we have to stand here? Not much longer. Okay, we're good. I was gonna contemplate just putting a chest if it was backed up that much farther, but it seems to be fine. And worst case scenario, we can fix this with bots if there's something that we didn't clear. So we'll be fine. We'll be totally fine. It just seemed faster to fix it without them. Okay, so what can I leave behind? Splitters. Probably a passive provider. Okay, that should get our inventory down enough that we can leave. You're on mobile, typing is hard. Fair enough. I mean, I found it. It pointed me the correct spot, so that's all that matters. Thank you for that. It would have broken... Well, I guess it would have been fixed with the new fix, but now it's extra safe. Well, I say that, but we might have bricked it. Actually, no, this is low priority. It's not bricked, it's just until it clears the everything on the belt, it's probably going to run a little bit slowly, but I think we're fine. Yeah, this is why it looks like it's backed up. Yeah, exactly. Now it's double fixed. Now there's 2 places it can choose to not break. Okay, I guess we could just leave the planet. Honestly, leaving the planet and coming back isn't that expensive. Actually, coming back's kind of expensive. Oh gosh, I hope we got everything. I mean, at the very least... Why is that where it decided to land? It started filling itself with meteor defense ammo. Oh, that's great. Okay, this should be good, right? Yeah, I think we have enough here. 16, yeah, that's pretty decent. I kept trying to enter it. Start integrity check. I don't need to do that. Okay, now I can go back to novice orbit, I think. It's gonna take a while. I will say that. So what can we work on in the meantime? Let's see, novice was not doing so great. Basically, there's giant holes in our base, and we don't have any defenses in the middle of our base to take care of that. So effectively what's happening is biters come from here. They attack some random roboports along the way, and then go to my main base, and then I cry. So we're not at novice, so we can't really do a fix very easily. Are my bots preoccupied? Okay, we're not, I don't think we're bot Q limited though. So One option we have, we did make more Big Berthas. I could make an artillery planet, like, over here, and that will cause a lot of artillery. Or that will drag a lot of biters towards me, so that way the threat gets concentrated onto a place with defenses. We do have to make sure that we actually have fuel automated before we do that. I'm going to say the answer is no, we don't. Actually, that's just because this is still there. So we can leave. Wait, where is this supposed to wait? I don't think this has a waiting area. Auto refueling out. Okay. Did we ever name it? Is it this one? I think it's supposed to go here. Add wait condition. I don't know, passenger present or something. My power lines are beautiful. I think they are in a lot of places. And then you just go here or here, basically in the spots where we kind of got offset from the pattern. Those are a little bit rough. Let's try not to look at them. Oh my gosh. I finally found out where the pipe to grounds are that have been blinking this whole time. They go nowhere. They've been blinking and they go nowhere. Yo, what's up, Tomati? Yes, we're finally to bioscience. Thanks so much for the resub. This has had 3 blinking space pipe to grounds for like 2 streams. Cannot figure out where it was, and it didn't even go anywhere. So it's been bothering me, and it wasn't even causing issues. It was just kind of there. I love it. Okay. So we need to set up automated light oil. Now the thing is, I don't know if we actually got light oil fixed. Wait, is that the... Oh, is that the train that was destroyed? That might be the train that was destroyed. Not entirely sure. Actually, I don't think it is. I think those are 2 separate trains. Because I feel like we probably have not set up a refueling station yet for light oil. So that will go like this. We'll place it right above. Just for spacing purposes. That won't actually look like that. Let's see, this doesn't need a refuel fast, so it doesn't really matter how it looks. Although maybe I should have tanks. Yeah, I should probably have tanks. Let's see, where are those? Tank, tank, tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. That rail designing is a thing of nightmares. Yeah, don't look too closely at it. It's a combination of a lot of designs. And yeah, that's about all there is to it. Just don't look at it. It hurts everybody who sees it. The best we can do is deny it exists. Okay, so that will get built. Was I not holding shift or something? Okay, this wasn't supposed to look as messy as it does, in my defense. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, this seems like something I would make. Okay. See, where do we keep rail signals? My rail designs are something. I can't think of any way to describe it than just something. Okay. Perfect. You know, it does what it needs to do. It's just what it needs to do. I should have... Oh, wait, are those the wrong kind of pipe? No, those are the right kind. I should just have higher expectations for it, honestly. Okay, we can't really build anything there yet. Hopefully we haven't already set this up. We might have already set this up. I really don't know. But what it's supposed to do is bring fuel into the outposts that need it, which is this one. This should have a signal saying, hey, you're out of fuel. You're gonna die, or something like that. Also, if I am defending this area, maybe I should... maybe I should double side this wall temporarily. Imagine reviewing Anti's PR. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not a programmer. So no one has to suffer from the mistakes I make. It's just me, and the people have to see it. But nobody has to actually experience it. Okay, auto refueling... in. And then we're going to be smart. We're going to do this. Look at that. Look at that. We used a very basic feature of this game, but we don't always do that. So I call that a win. Is this not in build range, or are bots just completely preoccupied? Because we definitely are having some problems. But yeah, we should have some defenses now, which is nice. I really want to basically just destroy these bases. I don't know what we're going to do about this south side. We kind of don't have the Roboport production we need to keep expand. What? Why is this train broken? Okay, so that's an issue, but that's a very different issue. They probably timed out. Actually, wait, did they time out? No. Did deconstruction requests time out faster than ghosts? Is that the issue? Or, because I don't see myself not holding shift. That would be weird. They wouldn't have placed otherwise. So I don't really know what happened. But whatever it wasn't good. Okay, well, we can come back here. We can do auto refueling in, auto refueling out. Now it leaves time passed after 15, or actually let's do inactivity is probably bad. Actually, yeah, we can do inactivity. 15 seconds of inactivity or empty cargo. That probably is fine. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. And this is full cargo and inactivity, maybe? No, we can just do full cargo. Or maybe I should do fluid count greater than like 100,000. Because like I want it to travel when there's a full cargo. Oh wait, 100,000 is a full cargo. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just do full cargo. If I activate this now, it's just gonna leave, right? So maybe I should do this. And this condition only exists so I can activate it right now. Okay, that wasn't the right order. There we go. But that's fine. Everything is okay. Okay, I'm content with that. Let's land. Okay, so I don't know where we need to land to refuel. Oh. Where do I need to park, guys? I don't know where I need to park. We built our space station around the rocket. That's fun. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, that used a lot of our fuel. Also, this isn't one directional, which means we just emptied our rocket into the main network. I mean, a very easy fix, but yeah, that's not a fix I should have had to do. Oh well, we're fine. Okay, so obviously things aren't producing here, which is not good. I don't know what the problem is. Let's see, they're missing observation frames. Yeah, we've been so distracted with other stuff. I don't know what's falling apart in our other planets, but we're clearly out of coal. Now, we have a coal rocket, right? We would have to have a coal rocket. Yeah, okay. So coal comes from 2 different sources. Ooh, we're out of space capsules on this planet. Interesting. That makes sense. This is not part of the main distribution network. So that is an easy fix. This is actually a very easy fix, so we're okay. So we copy this. We just paste it here, and we're good. And now we can just put coal on this belt. Actually, is that fast enough? I don't know how much coal we need. I might give this one like a ton of dedicated inputs. You know, and the off chance that I somehow need like 2 belts of coal. I don't think we do though. Nah, it's fine. I will give it a dedicated belt, but I don't think it needs that many, especially with how little we have here. Okay, so I guess we can just cut through, though. Cutting through, I think, was a good idea. Okay. Then we just need to rotate one belt when we copy it. Yeah, that seems straightforward enough. Okay, are they compressed at all? Nope. Okay, so we definitely need a compressor. Or do we? Or we just... Honestly, this works. It doesn't need to compress it. It just needs to make it that eventually they can all be consumed, right? So yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, so we take this, we change it to coal, and then we need to try to recycle everything that we already have. Okay, so destination for this. Actually, wait, why don't we just... Can we not copy outputs? Can we not... Wait, can we not copy caps? Oh. How do you copy cargo sections? I guess it's too late now. We probably were supposed to do it from the beginning. Okay, so anyone with name coal automatically when cargo full or green signal, which we don't really use right now, but just in case, it's easy enough to set up. Okay, so now we just need to empty this rocket and recycle all of this stuff back into the main station. And also, I don't think... I'm surprised this lasted as long as it did, because I don't think this works anymore. I feel like this doesn't do anything. Actually, wait, are we still relying on this? I don't know if we are. It's hard to say. This is just kind of... I haven't been wanting to delete it just in case it is, you know, critical to my entire base. This one definitely is not used. Pretty sure we can safely say this one is retired. Okay, so what can we do here? If we take a pump, we can empty this rocket. And then we can start emptying the capsules, and I guess we can send them back into this area. I think works. Now we also need to empty the coal. Okay, so all we need is a stack inserter that's filtered to exclude coal. And I think we can start emptying this. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so that's no longer getting any fuel. It's no longer getting any coal. We do need to empty the coal, I guess. I don't know if that's ever going to empty. I might need a prio here. Or something like that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so this one needs to be filtered to coal. That's the wrong one. Whoops. That's the blacklist for coal. Wrong way around. Okay, there we go. Now we replace it, we delete it, and we realize everything's flipped the wrong way. Okay, I think that's good now. Okay, this will eventually clear itself. I'm not that concerned. This rocket has plenty of time to empty itself. Okay, so hopefully we should be getting coal now. This planet does not have as much coal as I thought it did. Oh, wait, never mind. We have 6 million more over there. Okay, that makes a lot more sense how we were getting so much coal out of this planet. Okay, so that probably is enough to send to our other planets, because we don't consume that much coal, right? We just had zero. Like, zero production is a lot less than, you know, any amount of production. Okay, so this should prioritize the other output, and this should prioritize this. Okay, that'll just make it that it prioritizes the rocket, which I think is totally fine. And now we have a compressor. Perfect. Okay, am I really unpacking these? There we go. Now they'll unpack themselves and hopefully clear themselves out. I didn't realize we had this many rockets just kind of sitting on this planet. Like, that's a lot. Like, these aren't cheap. Yeah, we just discontinued it, and we have like 5 rockets at least probably just sitting here. Okay, we can also start emptying the cargo sections, right? We don't need these things. Wait, what? What? Oh, this is set by logic. Okay. um, that's fine because this is filtered. Yeah. Okay. We're fine. Why was that set by logic? Interesting. There was definitely a reason. Maybe it was just so I could copy and paste it. Like, it didn't cause any issues. I'm just surprised. Okay, and now if we do one more over here with like an active provider. Do we have active providers? No. What about a passive provider? I don't know how to get rid of this coal. Maybe we can just put it in a regular chest. There's just like 10 coal here that's causing a problem. Oh wait, I have a better idea. There we go. I think that'll work. There we go. Yeah, it technically works. It's a weird solution, but it does what I need. I just want to make it that this 8 coal doesn't prevent it from doing anything at all. Oh, but this can still pick up the coal. If I'm fast enough... No, I was going to say if I'm fast enough, we can just we can just grab it. But that's not really going to happen either. What if we just delete it? We'll just delete it. We don't have a great way to filter things, so I was completely out of ideas. But we're just gonna avoid it. It's fine. Yeah, super clean design, TM. Also, I'll be right back. I need to grab something. Hello. Okay. Where were we? Right. We are trying to get steel fixed, or coal fixed, which it does seem to be fine. I think we can send another belt down here, actually. I think once we get a single launch, I won't actually care that much, but right now, I want the coal production to be higher, just so I can see if things work. That belt is going the wrong way. Good old pixel rotation, but other than that, we're okay. See, this rocket fuel, does it go anywhere that can make it down here? Yes. Okay, so it's going to take a while to empty, but it can make it. Can it make it there? Let's see. These are emptying. It's going to take a long time for these to empty. Also, we're going to have a space capsule shortage because of this. So we still need to figure out what to do about space capsules. Wait, was there a belt issue? Yes, but it had nothing to do with roboports. Okay, I thought maybe the roboports were out of range. Okay, so once we get coal, we should start getting space science again. That must be why science is stalled. Actually, no, there's a lot of reasons science is stalled. Let's not think about it. Okay, so we need to set up... Well, you have 2 spots here for Vegemite stuff. We can set up a third. I think would be a good idea. Core fragment, Vitam Lange. We don't request either of these. Why are these my... Why are those my junk filters? Okay, I'm just trying to think of a junk filter that these will never use. Okay, and then we have another one, which is here. Okay, because we do need another set of this. And then I feel like, you know, I've been complaining about not having enough space to pass like belts through. I should probably start leaving a gap between them. Like if I just leave 2 tiles in between it, it doesn't make it that much larger. But it makes it that I can actually pass resources up and down. And the amount of times we've had problems because of that it's pretty significant. I definitely want to not have that problem again, if I can avoid it. Okay, so we need let's see, to be on this planet. We have spice and extract, right? So we need this stuff. Nope. Which tab is it in? Resources? Okay, Vitamelange spice. Actually, you know what? We're gonna call it what we've been calling it. Vegemite spice. And Vegemite extract, right? Did I get the name right? Yes, Vegemite extract. Vegemite extract. Good, good, good. And then methane gas barrel. Methane barrels, which I feel like they were a bad call, but you know, it's too late now. We've already sent 25,000 steel or 500,000 steel. So until we send 500,000 barrels, we're fine. Super clean design to this. This is the one part of my base that's actually somewhat clean. I'm happy with this one. And then you look literally anywhere else and everything devolves into chaos. So we try to not acknowledge that part. We try not to acknowledge that part of the world too much. Okay, so this we need methane unbarreling somewhere. We might be able to sideload it here, no problem. You didn't know this mod had sandworms? Those are basically already in the game, right? Just in any biter that you, any biter base you happen to see that's in the desert, that counts as a sandworm, right? I almost called them spitters. They're just called worms. Actually, I still need to watch the second movie. I've heard it's, I don't know, my family didn't like it as much, but I feel like I would like it a lot more than the first one. It's definitely on my list, but I've been distracted by slice of life movies, like, you know, the movies where like nothing happens and it's just basically someone living their life and it's just like a normal person. I really like that genre. I don't know why, but I find it very comfy. Maybe that's why I like it. It's just so comfy. So I've been watching a lot of those the past like week and putting off watching Dune or anything with a plot. It's just, like I've been watching a movie where someone's literally just farming and cooking, and that's like the entire 4-hour film. Well, technically it's like 4 mini films, but yeah, it's like basically a 4-hour movie. It's great. You watch the original movie from the 70s, it was special. I forget that it, you know, there were earlier versions of it. But I could see that. I could see it being something you describe as special. That's just the kind of vibes I get from anything made in any sci-fi movie made in the 70s, really. I mean, they're fun, but I feel like they all tend to be a little unique. Okay, this works. You know what else is unique? Whatever this design is. So I shouldn't judge. Dune 2, let's go. Oh my god, there's a Dune mod. Does it just reskin worm? Oh, wait, does it actually add things? Oh, it actually adds things. Huh. What does it do? Let's see. You can collect millennium spice to satisfy the Empire, deliver it to the palace. You can only build on floors like stone or concrete. You get a worker every 2 minutes. This sounds like a city management game. Oh, it has levels? Is it like a scenario pack? Oh, it is a scenario. Fun. Okay, methane. There we go. That is a weird design. But we just need to get it out of here. I might actually, it doesn't need to be expandable. It would be better to go this way. Okay, this is not going to get a delivery for a really long time, so I don't know why I built that first. Okay, so we need to look at the Vitamelange processing chain. Now, we don't actually have any space in our base for this. So that means we have to make a space for it. I guess we can fit it here fairly easily. Let's see, do we have better... Honestly, I guess we could just keep using the mediums just because we have them. We need to basically cover this entire area because I feel like this is where we're going to do our processing. This is such a spaghetti base. But yeah, I don't know where else we could put it. I mean, this seems reasonable enough to me. Perfect. Okay. Let's look at the chain. So we need biological science, I think is the name of it. It needs extract directly. Perfect. We are 1/4 of the way there. That's probably an oversimplification of how close we are, or an overestimation of how close we are. But we're gonna say we're 1/4 of the way there, so that way I can feel good about myself. Let's see. We'll need data cards. So maybe it was a bad idea to build here. Maybe I actually want to build. Maybe a better spot will be here. Like, I feel like this looks like a good spot. Definitely not me just saying that because it's mostly built already. But it's nice and close to this one. Because over here, honestly, they're not that much farther. I don't think it really matters. There's an outdated Anno mod. Okay, that one would definitely turn into a civ builder. A city builder. That doesn't look that much like Anno. Then again, I guess the other one doesn't look that much like Dune. It's the idea that counts. Do y'all remember Warcraft 3, like, custom maps? I've been wanting to play that lately. Like, it had the best tower defense games. Like, I've played standalone tower defense games before, and none of them top, like, Burbnog and Element TD. Like, those ones were fantastic. Now, the standalone versions of those are really good. But yeah, there are some great TDs that were made. Okay, so extract, significant data, perfect. These are two things we already have. Biomass, plasma stream. Okay, we have plasma stream. There's also a work in progress Warcraft 3 mod. Wait, for this game? That sounds great. They were amazing. Definitely were. Some of them are still good, but they kind of like once they scrapped Warcraft 3, it kind of went downhill. Because I think they added they basically destroyed anyone's motivation to make a Warcraft 3 map because they added something to the terms and conditions that you can't own what you make. Yeah, exactly what Bite said. They belong to them now. So I think people kind of lost any interest in a lot of interest in just making making new ones. Like Dota wouldn't have existed, Legion TD, Element TD, none of these would have existed, which are all really good standalone games if they were made now, which is wild. Also, just I think that's the main reason people hated it, but also I think they changed the campaign because I'm pretty sure that game was like sub 20%. Like people hated it. How do I get genetic data? How do I get genetic data? Okay. And then can I multiply it? Is that how it works? No? I don't quite understand this recipe, but we'll figure it out. Let's see, Biter Mall? Oh, like Winter Mall. That does look exactly like the map though. Flashbacks. But yeah, Warcraft 3 was really good. It didn't have custom scenarios, but what was it? Dawn of War, also fantastic. Fantastic RTS. Okay, so this recipe is wild. Oh wait, do I not need methane gas for this? Am I just turning methane gas because I have it? I guess it, oh, it is cheaper. Okay, so yeah, I might as well use it. But we can supplement it with coal, okay. Let's do the gel processing. Oh gosh, how do I do this? I do not, I do not have a base set up for this. I'm just gonna say that. My base is a mess. It's just, it comes back to haunt me every day. Okay, I feel like this is the best area, but we're gonna have a lot of spaghetti, and I think that's fine. You never switch from Warcraft 2 to 3, but damn, you used to have a lot of time in 2. I've never played the originals. They do seem pretty decent. I just had no reason to go back because, you know, with all the custom maps and stuff. But I always wanted to. Maybe I should try them someday because it is fun playing old like RTS games. Because it's not like RTS mechanics have improved a ton recently, or at all, just because the genre isn't that popular anymore. So the old ones definitely hold up. What mess? You're hallucinating? You're right. You're right. There is no mess. And Bossing say this is a beautiful base. Yeah, I mean that too. But like when they remastered Warcraft 3, that like completely killed it. But yeah, it's not like they were that popular. Like they were already kind of dying. It just kind of put the final nail in the coffin, I guess. I did not know custom games existed in Dota. Can they do the same things? Like, can they make a tower defense out of it? Because that's what I like playing the most, the tower defenses. What am I looking for? This is such a complicated chain. Should I download the mod that lets you like keep track of recipes? Isn't there a like hell mod or something like that? Is that worth it? I feel like it is. Okay, let's keep it simple. Let's see what we need. Biomass. Literally all we need is these three things: biomass, nutrient vat, genetic data. Nutrient vat, super easy. So we can say we already have that. Genetic data comes from biosludge. Okay, so biosludge is the solution to all our problems. There are some TDs, but Dota 2 custom games are usually much more limited, aka a lot of units equals bad. Okay, so yeah, that does limit that does limit your options for tower defenses quite a lot, huh? Okay, so this uses bioculture and nutrient gel, or experimental bioculture. Ooh, that seems like a high tier thing. Okay, I'm lost. This looks like an endless loop. What am I missing? How do I prime this? Okay, we get genetic. This is a very cyclical process. And I definitely have to prime it with biosludge. I guess we have some biosludge already. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to connect our whole base back to our biosludge processing. um, you know, maybe this is a bad spot for this, because like over here we have all the fluids we need. Yeah, you know what? This is the better spot. Can you link something? Sure, give me one sec. I'm very curious what the off-topic thing is about. If it's about spaghetti, we're trying to not acknowledge that there's a mess over here. Okay, this is parked in a bad spot. That's just a link to a rice cooker? Is it because it's described as a spherical rice cooker? Is that? I wasn't expecting a link to a rice cooker of all things. Definitely off topic. Okay, what am I missing here? Is the pot a sphere? Oh my god, it is a sphere. It's a rice cooker powered by AI? What does that even mean? Rice is like literally the simplest thing to automate ever. You can use like a bimetallic strip and make a rice cooker. Why does it need AI? I love it. Definitely not surprised though. Okay, are these working? I feel like these... I think I fixed these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are fixed. Okay, well, we're not producing enough stone. Oh, wait, this is recycled stone, so we're good. Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try to fit bioprocessing here, I think. Which is where we park our car, but that's fine. The heat of the AI cooks the rice. Honestly, you could probably do that. Just put a GPU in it. 2 GPUs. Or other processors. I Bitcoin mine to cook my rice. That's my new... That's gonna be my new goal. Rice cooker with Bitcoin mining. It'll be perfect. You can also heat your house with it. Like, there's so many things you could do with these, like, useless, useless mining and high computational things. Makes you wonder if there's an NFT image of a rice cooker. Oh, 100%. I don't know what there wouldn't be an NFT image of. Okay, so we need to move our ship. which is going to use a little bit of fuel. But that's okay. We'll no longer have a spaceship shaped hole in our base, but that's fine. And it only used like 1,000 fuel, 1,500, not too bad. One H200 and you'll be able to cook it. What's an H200? H200. Tensor Core GPU. Is that like literally just like a mining rig? Oh, it's an AI. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense then. H2O is water. Yeah, exactly. Are we out? Oh gosh. Maybe we should not have started expanding in a place we're not going to build in. Can't believe we're going to have to recover those, but that's fine. It's not like we figured out what the recipe is. But yeah, I might look into Hellmod, because keeping track of recipes is complicated. Okay, that one's easy. Okay, biomass is bioculture. Okay. Okay, let's do nutrient vats first. Nutrient vats are easy. We need glass, we need iron, we need nutrient gel. Okay. Which we'll probably produce up here, and that will be in a biochemical facility. Don't know how many of these we need. This is the wrong menu. There we go. Biochemical. I can't wait for this to be the final science we need for a while. Helmholtz is more of a calculator than... Okay, which is the one that has like a little base plan with like a spreadsheet in it? What am I thinking of? Because I thought there was one where you click on something and it shows the production chain. You really like that there's a... what just happened? Oh, I clicked off the screen and pressed N. But yeah, that was because the ship was there, and then I built spaceship stuff around it. It's really cool, though. I kind of want to redo that up here. Because it's really fun. It makes it really easy for me to tell where I'm going to park my ship. Okay, so maybe Helmod is not the one I'm thinking of. Let's see, are these backed up? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. We just have the belt split, so all of this stuff is wasted, but that's a-okay. Okay, let's start with getting the biosludge over here. That is a great first... That's a great start, I think. You could get up some docking clamp logic, and it could park itself. Okay, I saw that docks exist. I don't know what it does. Is it literally just that? Is it just for parking ships? I guess if you're automating ships, you kind of would need them, huh? But yeah, I saw docks were something I could make. I just couldn't think of why I could possibly need them, but I also haven't gotten to the point where I'm using ships for anything, so that's probably why I have not seen a use for it. Okay, so biosludge is good. We're going to somehow need to get contaminated sludge over here as well, right? Which that is going to be a lot trickier. But I think technically possible. We're going to have to do like pipe spaghetti, but that's okay. See, bots are kind of preoccupied, but that's also fine. It's not like we're in a rush. Okay, and then we need iron and glass. So iron is here, and then glass is not there. Where's glass? I thought we had glass over here. That's why I chose this spot. Do we not? No, there it is. Okay. This doesn't look too bad, actually. Underground, 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 underground. Perfect. Okay, so we have a couple options here. We could use a splitter, or we could use a underground filter, or you could just use we could just use like a inserter, a filter inserter, but this works. Okay, so this now is too far. Our lab's stuck. We're not producing anything. We're out of some resources. So it's not so much that they're stuck as we're just not producing enough science. I haven't checked what our bottleneck is for a while. I think we are just out of coal. It might be energy science, actually. Oh, we're out of ion stream. No? Yeah, we're just not producing enough ion stream, I think. Which is weird. Because that's what this is. So maybe it's just not connected. Oh my gosh. These aren't regular length undergrounds. Okay, yep. Labs are stuck. Because our ion streams don't go anywhere, I guess. Actually, wait. Why don't they go anywhere? Where are they supposed to go back around? I don't see a way through. Oh, there it is. There it is. Well, no, that means only this one was messed up. Are these just not producing fast enough? Are we really using that much plasma stream? Oh gosh, our bioproduction is going to be awful then. I don't know what we're going to do about that. I guess we'll manage. We always manage. It's just going to be a little bit rough. Okay, we're going to remove that. We're going to remove this. And we're going to remove... Actually, no, that part's fine. Okay. We'll come back to that later. Bots are doing a lot of junk right now. Yeah, they're not going to be building for a while. Yeah, I don't think this fixes the problem. I think we just need to upgrade these to module 2s, which we should be able to do. I think we have the power for that. We're definitely going to have some power issues because of that, but I don't think they're going to be significant because we should have like an entire... Yeah, we have half a gigawatt. Never mind. We're totally fine to increase this. Okay, so these are just incredibly slow, and we just were more concerned with energy than we were about production speed earlier. But now that's not so much of a problem. Okay, hopefully that fixes labs. We might have other issues. I think... Are we missing a prio? It could be that all of our... Yep, okay, I see the issue. So basically we're turning all of our Science 1 into Science 2. Which just means... we have to back up a lot of energies too before we actually research. I see. Okay, that's a very easy fix. Very easy fix. Yeah, okay. We would have had to produce about 4,000 more energy science before we got any science one. Okay. That is understandable mistake. It happens. Not the issue I thought it would have though. Definitely not the issue I thought it would have. Okay, so should we just fix this in person? I feel like we just need to fix this in person. Let's see. We need an underground here. Here, and then we can go here. So now we can go through here with glass. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now we need an underground. I wonder if we're ever gonna switch to an actual base instead of whatever monstrosity this is, because I'm enjoying this this problem solving, but boy is it problematic. It just gets worse every day, but it's so fun. Okay, I guess that can go... I don't know, there isn't a great way to sideload this, but I think we can go here. I was hoping it would be nice and seamless, but this is fine. We need to go up anyway. Okay, we got glass over here. We have biogel. That is part of the way there. Okay, so we have glass, we have biogel. We also need to get methane over here, which that is going to be quite the long pipe, but that one's not going to be hard because we can just go around. It's just going to be a lot of pipe. Because we have methane. Well, we'll have methane here. Honestly, methane's fairly low priority because we will be using coal for pretty much the entire time. So I don't think I'm that concerned with methane. But we have to back up an entire barrel worth of methane before we get anything. Also, that reminds me. We need to go to Heinlein, view surface, set a pin, Vegemite icon. Let's see, where is it? I can never figure things out. Okay, perfect. We don't need a hotkey for this one, I don't think. We probably won't be checking in very often. But honestly, yeah, this planet, this is working really well. We've probably backed up, yeah, like a third of a rocket. That's pretty good. This one's been backed up for a while. I can't believe we didn't realize the recycling thing was a thing, or the upcycling existed. Because we were producing these at a ratio of 1 to 400 initially and had no idea that we were supposed to be upcycling it with like a Covrex. I guess not upcycling, but enriching it is a better word. Yeah, didn't think for a second that was something I would have to do. Okay, so far so good. Chemical gel's easy, biosludge. Ooh, there's a lot of ways to get biosludge. I don't think we have any ways to get it right now other than occasional scrap recycling, right? Let's see. Biomass plus nutrient gel gets neural gel and biosludge. This doesn't look like a way to produce biomass. It looks like a way to recycle it. So we're going to say that is not one of them. This is a future thing, I imagine. I don't know what neurogel is for. Oh, that is very much in the future. Yeah, we're not going to look at that. Biosludge from biomass. Okay. But biomass is made from bioculture, which is made from biosludge. I don't know if that's a net positive. 50 becomes 10. And then 1 becomes 30. That might be a net positive. That might be expensive, though. What are the other options? Biosludge plus methane produces crude oil that I have... Oh, wait. This is a way to get crude oil. This isn't really to produce biosludge. Wood and cosmic water. Okay, so this is our best bet for getting new biosludge, I think. Raw fish. I don't think there's a way to produce fish in this mod. I mean, there has to be. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Oh, this is an advanced... Okay, that's going to be like Science 4 or something. Okay, so we can send wood. Or maybe we can make vitalic acid. This is another option. Okay. We don't have that, but this is probably a future goal. Oh, but then we'll have to send them nuggets. Actually, this might be a bit tough to do. Okay, so wood is... Let's set up a wood rocket. I think that is a decent option. We didn't set up a hotkey. All pins, hindline. All pins, hindline. I wasn't in the right mode. I still wasn't in the right mode, was I? There we go. Okay, much better. Oh, this is not actually burning through wood. That is not ideal. That should be fine, though. So we take a splitter, we'll send it down. I guess we'll need to put another launching rocket here somehow. You know, as opposed to an input rocket. I guess that's actually... No, that's actually fair. A fair distinction. Except ideally I would have used the word landing pad instead of input rocket. Yeah, we'll set it up. I don't know if we'll use it for a while, but... I do want to start buffering resources just in case. Because it might be a good idea. Right? Is that a good idea? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick with the it might be a good idea. Yeah. Right? Prio left. Gosh, I can't believe... I guess with nuclear fuel, yeah, these are only running at like 10%. I was really hoping that we would burn through enough wood. So maybe we do need to start sending it off. I guess if I just do more of these, that fixes it as well. Okay. So we do have a rocket. So honestly, we can set up a wood rocket right now, no problem. And then we should just be able to copy something here, right? Copy this, paste it here, we rotate, and that's all we need to expand it. These do not work. Why? Oh, because there's already 10 on the belt. Okay, it's good. I think, yeah, it's totally good. Okay, and this is for wood and wood. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere yet, but it does exist. Any landing pad with name, destination, none. Perfect. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Vegemite, destination, position, spice, destination, position. extract. Hopefully that's fine. 72,000. This is tough. Time for only Radar's electric network. I don't know if I brought any radars actually. I think I could just kind of stop bringing radars, but yeah, that could do it. Or you just like ultra beacon a barreling facility. We put 50 beacons with speeds all around like a single barreling machine, and all it does is burn like 50 megawatts on barreling. Oh wait, that doesn't work in space exploration, does it? Yeah, that wouldn't really work because there's a limit to how much we can have. Bummer. Hopefully it's not a problem though once we get this wood set up. Because once this is set up, we'll be able to buffer 500,000, which is a lot. Yeah, exactly. Good thing there's biosludge. So hopefully we can take the biosludge out of it and then we're good. And we have until it buffers 500 stacks of wood before it's really a problem. Will beacons still consume energy? They do, but you can't get as many beacons on a single like machine as you could in vanilla. Well, at least with the beacons I have. So I can't make a machine consume quite as much energy. But I guess I could just have multiple machines. Because I was just trying to make one machine consume like 30 megawatts. But I think I would need multiple machines to do that with the mod. Okay, this looks fine. So this will, yeah, buffer up 550,000 wood, it looks like. Machine will not function at all. 1 beacon per machine. Oh, yeah, yeah. You just mean the beacons just sitting there will consume energy? That's true. Not a ton. This mod makes them consume like nothing. 100 kilowatts. Yeah, that's not this is not a huge improvement. That's definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, so we need nutrient gel probably going into a container because we have two nutrient gel recipes that we can use, and one of them is cheaper, slightly. So obviously we want to prioritize the cheaper one, and that is very easy to do, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, we want to prioritize the cheaper one, and all we have to do is have a pump, and then we're good. And then we have the expensive recipe here, which will not have the pump. Because, yeah, we want to prioritize using the methane. And then this will only run if the tank is low. I think that should be fine. Tank here. No problem. Okay. Wait, how does this get 4 inputs into it? I might have to redesign something. Okay, yeah, we just have to delete this and then it's good. Not a problem at all. I don't like how these don't line up. That might be a limitation of modding. I feel like I've heard people say that there isn't a ton of control over where the inputs and outputs go in fluids. I don't know what exactly that means. But maybe they couldn't choose which ones go where or something. Because it would seem odd that they would not try to line up these ones together and just put the methane on the side. But either way, it's a little bit, it should be good now. Can I make that work? I think I can make that work. Yeah, that's fine. I like how I lined it up and then didn't even go with the thing that I had lined up. Amazing decisions, as always, from me. We only the best here. There we go, and then... There we go. We'll be able to connect these somehow, right? Perfect. Okay, now if we can just figure out how to get 4 fluids over here, we'll be good. This is going to be a pain to set up. I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting it to be easy. Okay, well, at least water is easy. So one thing we can say is easy. I'll take it. Okay, that can go here. And that's it. Cosmic water is set up. Perfect. Okay, 2 more to go. That's, well, 2 to 3, depending on how I count it. You know, if I count it correctly or incorrectly. Let's see. Cosmic water is also up here. Wait. This isn't supposed to be cosmic water, is it? No, this isn't supposed to be cosmic water. Ah, I see the issue. Okay, I think it's fixed. Okay, so this one is supposed to be biosludge, which is this inner one. Very easy to hook up because we already got it most of the way. Okay, so far so good. The only thing we're missing is chemical gel, because we can worry about methane later once we actually, you know, have 500 stacks of methane barrels. Like, that is so low priority right now. Like, I'm keeping it in mind in terms of spacing wise, but we're not doing anything more than that. Okay, so chemical gel is pretty close. Okay, you know what? I'm happy with this so far. This is probably the easiest part of bioprocessing, so I shouldn't get that excited, but, you know, it's still a win. That's what matters. Perfect. We can connect it here, and then we should be good. Perfect. Okay, coal is going to be a whole other thing. Okay, good. There's a good start. Okay, so nutrient gel is good. And now we turn that into nutrient vats with this glass belt that we have, which we do, I'm assuming, in a bioprocessing facility, right? Yeah, we're going to use a lot of chemical facilities here, I think. That is a fair assumption. I can see now why bots weren't building anything. We apparently had maxed out the Roboport range. That's fine, easy fix. So this is going to be built probably right here, which means I actually want this tank on at a different spot. Let's see, lots of beeping? Yep, always lots of beeping. I might move this down a tile. Yeah, this is going to make tessellating stuff hard, but I don't think that's a problem. As long as I can connect them, I think I'm happy. I might need a power pole for that. Actually, yeah, that can't go there. You know what? Yeah, we'll just leave it where it was. It might make tessellating something across from it a little bit harder, but that's not that big of a deal. Okay, nutrient vats will have an input here, and then an input here. Then an output on the other side. Yeah, that seems fine. I think I can live with that. That's not a problem. Okay, so this only works if nutrient gel, or whatever it's called. I think nutrient gel is right. I can't wait until I realize I need like 10 times more of these. It's gonna happen. I can guarantee it's gonna happen. Although these craft pretty fast, and we can put a lot of speed modules in them, so that might help. Actually, it would be better if this was a beacon, wouldn't it? No, not a big deal yet. Okay, nutrient vat. This produces 5 over 10 seconds. This produces 50 over 10 seconds. This produces... Wait, this is faster. This one's faster and worse. Why? Why can't the one that's harder to do be faster? Whatever. So it is technically a 1-to-1 ratio. So this doesn't feel fast enough. But you know what? I think I'm very much overestimating how much I'm actually going to be producing. Like with every other build. Like, have we seen how large my energy science build is? And we were running this much of it continuously, which is a third. So yeah, I don't think I need to be too concerned with throughput quite yet. Okay, so nutrient gel, or whatever this is called, exists. Perfect. Okay, one step done. Now we need to produce biomass, which is bioculture and nutrient gel. Yeah, we don't have enough nutrient gel. Very, very clearly do not have enough nutrient gel. Bioculture is nutrient vat, vitamin and genetic data. Okay, so we have this, we have this, we have this. And genetic data is just biosludge and a data card. Okay. That's not too bad, aside from the fact that it needs data cards, which I don't love. So we'll do that over here. And then we'll put data cards... Actually, you know, we'll build it first. Oh, look at that. We have data cards right here. Perfect. Hopefully these are fresh data cards and not just recycled ones. I think they're fresh. Yeah, they're probably fresh. So we'll branch off of this. We'll make data cards to go over here. We'll put them on the same belt as this one, and I think we'll be good. Can this bridge that? Yes, it can. Awesome. This is not scalable. But you know what? Last time we tried to scale something without having any of it built at all, it was very bad. So we're just going to build it first. I think that is our best way to deal with it. Okay, where is genetic data? Wait, is it not built in a biochem facility? Wait, do I have a new facility? There's a new facility type. That's a very, very easy to set up, but I did not realize that existed. Okay, so that will be here. It's outside of bot range. That's fine, not a problem. New growth facility. This stacks to 1. Okay, perfect. Lamps? Really? Lamps, of all things. It makes sense. Like, conceptually, I get it. But I don't have lamps. I don't think I've crafted any lamps at all. Have I? Lamp. We literally have crafted 0 lamps this run. So I shouldn't be surprised that we need them. Why wouldn't we need some like obscure thing that I never use in my runs? Actually, what does a lamp cost? Can we make it? We might not be able to make it with what we have up here. No, we're good. Darkness equals base poverty. So you're saying I need lamps to show my wealth? I can afford to waste 90 kilowatts of energy at a time. And lamps prove that. It all makes sense now. Okay, I think all of this stuff is in a chest, so we should be good. You're just saying your vase is darker during the day. You have that many lamps, huh? Impressive. I think I should make it a goal that every single tile that isn't a building is a lamp. I don't think there's any way around that, right? It is a requirement for Factorio. Okay, so this is the wrong building. We actually need a growth facility. And I don't know how large those are. Okay, they're the same size, so that's not a problem. I think I should do... Yeah, I think I should do inputs and outputs like that, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Because I don't think these are going to be throughput speed. Color lamps help productivity. They only help productivity if you can figure out what they're color coding. Based on everything we've seen me do so far, do you really think I'd be able to keep track of that? I think conceptually it's good. If lamps are not #1 consumer of energy, you're playing the game wrong. Okay. I didn't realize this was such a... I didn't realize everyone was so pro lamps here. I guess... Wait, I just realized I'm not playing with always day on. I guess because I'm not editing space exploration, I don't care that much. Anytime I plan to edit a video, I play with always day. Because it makes a pretty big difference in sanity. Okay, so this is missing pumps. I don't know why. Did we cancel pumps from the request? Okay, never mind. I know why now. That makes sense. There we go. Let's not request that many, though. We don't actually have a ton. Okay. So we have a growth facility. Perfect. So that way we can now produce genetic data. That's this one. Oh my gosh, that's not even the facility we need. Well, we do need growth facility too, so it's not like a waste. But yeah, definitely not the building we needed right now. Okay. Glad we figured that out. What does a genetic facility need? I didn't realize this needed so many new buildings. Nutrient vats. Cool. That means we need to start this before we can start this. Excellent. And that was not... no typos there in what I said. Well, except for the fact that I called it a typo. But no misplaced words there. Okay, can I place a substation here? Perfect. That's actually really nice. Okay. So once we kickstart this, I think as long as we just bring it... Wait, these aren't connected? Why aren't they connected? Oh, wait, these are... Oh, this isn't chemical gel. I thought that was chemical gel. That is unfortunate. It's orange and it's liquid. So my mistake is understandable. But unfortunate. Okay, fortunately chemical gel is not that much farther, so we are okay. Well, are we okay? We might not be okay. We can't go through here. We can go under. Maybe. Okay, we make this an underground, and then we can go through here. And then we can't go that way. Okay, I feel like we can do this. We haven't doubted our spaghetti abilities yet, so like I know I can do it. And then this can go around. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I think we did it. I think that's all we needed. Wait. That can't be an underground. Ooh, that doesn't work then. Unfortunate. Wait, this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, never mind. I think we are good. Underground, underground, underground. Okay, yeah, I think we've got this. We've totally got this. I see it. Perfect. Okay. Not a problem at all. Easy peasy. See, you have a really cool design with red lamps turning on while inserters output red chips. That's pretty cool. Do you do it for blue chips too, or like any kind of chip? Honestly, matching the color of the lamps to what you're producing, I think, is way more cooler than having it output to like if it's something's actually like having it set to like a production capacity. Because I've seen some people use lamps in a way to show like how full buffers are. So this is the wrong facility, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Genetics facility is why. Oh, that's much smaller. That's much smaller. Don't think that changes anything. Okay, genetics facility. These stack to 5, so we'll actually just do this. Wiring lamps to your train signals to highlight the trains as they go by is a fun way to burn UPS. Hey, that's an important thing to do. Also, we need coal, which I think we should just... Let's just, that was supposed to be a grappling hook. Let's just leave. At least there's nothing bio here, so like nothing is terribly destroyed. We just wasted a few resources. But let's let's not look at that and pretend I didn't shoot a giant acidic blob into the middle of my face. But yeah, that sounds like a very fun way to burn UPS. And I think that is a good goal. Also, is this planet already out of capsules? No, it's out of cargo section. Wait, that doesn't make sense, actually. Never mind, it makes sense. So we need to reset this. I guess we can just say less than 20. But yeah, we expanded the rocket, but we didn't connect the substation, so this one wasn't counting properly. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Oh, that's going to take a while to launch a rocket. Do we have any coal we can steal from like a belt or anything? Maybe there's some in storage, because I just need like 8 coal or something like that. I don't need a ton. I just need enough to get a little bit of nutrients, and then everything's good. Then the world is then everything looks nice again, and we have production, right? Maybe one can dream, because this is all we need, right? Yeah, we need so little coal. So yeah, we should be fine. How are we water limited? Did we accidentally break the water belt? Right. Yeah. Yeah, we probably broke the water belt briefly. I mean, we did destroy it with like an acidic blob. Oh, but that wasn't even the problem. Okay. So hopefully that fixes it. I think we have enough cosmic water, right? I actually don't know where we're producing cosmic water. Oh, there we go. Over here. We're actually going to increase the buffer, though, now that we're actually consuming it. I guess that doesn't make a difference, because we probably are recycling a ton of cosmic water as well. But yeah, we can start getting nutrient vats, which I guess I can be lazy and do this for now. What do they stack to? 5? Okay, that should be fine. We're actually just going to copy this passive provider. And we should be good. And then for now, I'm just going to give them all the coal I have. I don't know why I couldn't fly through this. That was weird. Do we have any chest I can use? I guess I can use the storage chest. That's fine. Bots will build it eventually. Okay, the important thing is that we now have nutrient vats that can make it over here. Okay. Processing units, assembly machines, glass. Okay, we don't need glass. We don't need motors. We don't need LDS. Yeah, the rest of this stuff can be delivered via bots. Okay, we should be a-okay. This is producing more than enough. Okay, everything is golden. Okay, back to the next chain. So this is making data cards and cosmic water. Okay, so we do need to deal with contaminated cosmic water somehow, which I think our easiest bet is to recycle it back into the other cosmic water chain, which I think we can piggyback off of here pretty easily. Yeah, perfect. We just need to make sure the outputs aren't mixed. Good. Okay, and then we'll probably have a lot of stuff connecting to this. So there is a chance that we have throughput bottlenecks at some point, but that is not a problem for now, and that's what matters. Right now, we are fine. We are not going to be producing much later. Okay, so we also get genetic culture from this, which is the next step, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is how we produce it initially, and then as soon as we run out, then we just recycle this until the end of time, and then we're good. Okay, it all makes sense now. So genetic data will go into this belt. Nutrient vats are on this belt, so the only thing we're missing now is Vitamelange spice. Wait, why haven't we used the extract for anything? We do use it for stuff, right? Because I'm producing a lot of it. But I haven't seen it in any of the recipes. Is it used in biomass? Maybe it's used in the actual catalog thing. Do we not use it? Do we really not use it for anything? That doesn't sound right. Huh. I mean, it's more dense. We had to like produce it at some point, but what's it called? It's the extract, right? Okay. Oh, it's used directly in the it's used directly in the science. Okay, so we did need it. What else can it be used in? We don't really know what that is yet. It's used in vitalic acid, which we need for something. I think this can... Oh, this is a biosludge recipe. Ooh, and reagent. Okay, so it is used... Oh, and it's used in prod 4s, so we can start getting prod 4s. Actually, that's very easy. We can produce them in space. That'll be really good for science. Okay, so this needs to produce genetic data for us. Oh, this is crafting speed limited. Really? Or output limited. Really? Does this have a Oh, crafting speed 4 times. Okay, yeah, not... Would not have built this with long inserters if I thought that was the case. Not a huge problem. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Okay, so now we have genetic data. We need to get the extract over here. So that's going to be quite the long path. Let's see. I know we can use like the plus and minus on the keyboard, but honestly it's so much easier to copy and paste than it is to use those features. Like use the actual like buttons they have for placing landfill and stuff. They're just extra work. Well, landfill, I guess tiles is the more generic word. Okay. So we have a couple options here. We could split it early. I think we should split it early. So we can just send it down, and then if we have any of the light green stuff, we can send it across. I think that's our best bet. Yeah, screw the plus and minuses. Exactly. Copy, and plus it's limited to how large it can be. That's a much larger patch than plus and minus can give you. Plus and minus requires me to actually have something in my inventory, and I don't. I like how I went in a straight line only to realize I should have shifted it up the whole time. Perfect. Okay. That looks a little bit better. Have they placed the splitter yet? They have. Excellent. Okay, so non-shiny stuff to the left, shiny stuff to the right. Non-shiny to the left. Perfect. Okay. This is producing just fine. Yeah, that's producing just fine. What are we missing? Orbit? Yeah, we should probably go send all of the deliveries that we're missing so that way they stop blinking. Or just delete stuff. That's another option. Okay, I think I'll just accept that these won't run full speed. But we'll completely redesign it later. Well, yeah, we're going to do... That's a lie. We're not going to do a redesign. Whenever we get space elevators, I think we can reconsider a lot of stuff, though, fairly easily. Because I think we're close-ish to space elevators, right? We need material science too, apparently, for them. But they seem pretty decent. They seem attainable, at least. Space elevators will mostly just reduce the amount of barrels we use, and it will make it that we can have building rockets. We can stop using building rockets for the main planet. Other than that, I'm not too worried. Other than that, I'm not prioritizing space elevators too badly, because I don't really think... I think we're limited by way more than our ability to move resources right now between novice and not novice. It does let us move electricity, though, which is nice. That'll be useful for other planets, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth using space elevators and other planets just for infinite solar. Probably not. That seems expensive, because I think they have an upkeep cost. Maybe they might not have an upkeep if all you're moving is energy, though. Because it would be nice to use the infinite awesome solar panels in space, the ones that are stronger and work during the day. You use them as power towers. Cables are cheap. Okay. Do you need cables if you're just using them as power towers? Yeah, I guess it's more of like the logistics of it. Is that better than just is the logistics of that easier than the logistics of just shipping over nuclear fuel? You'll need a couple of minutes. Okay. That doesn't sound that expensive then if it's just cables though. Or whatever. They're fancy cables. I can't imagine are that expensive. Okay. So that is this, and biosludge. Okay. So this can go in the growth facility. Realizing now this doesn't tessellate well. Since when have I cared about that though? Growth facility. Okay, we'll just send it here because I know it works. This is definitely not going to be speed limited. If anything, it's going to be limited by this. Yeah, this is going to be very, very much not producing full speed. Okay, inputs. We'll move this over. Okay, I think that's everything for bioculture. Wait. Is this the wrong facility again? Did I make the wrong facility? Ah, yes, it's another. Yep. Who would have thought? We need another genetics facility. Okay. Not a problem. Okay, and then we'll do double input again, I guess. Yeah, really regretting my decision now. Actually, let's move this down a tile to use long inserters. I really thought these would be producing way slower than they are. per machine. Okay, and then this will probably output... Actually, I think this outputs two things, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't output any liquid. Oh, because it becomes bioculture. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this actually outputs 3 solids. Okay, so at least we don't have to worry about recycling these. I'm realizing now these are probably a 1-to-1 ratio, aren't they? Actually, that's an assumption I probably should not be making. Oh, and I guess we don't use all the genetic data. We can recycle a lot of it. We'll probably recycle it back to the beginning, I think. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, bioculture. Perfect. Okay, I mean, technically it's working. Actually, yeah, it's not producing as fast as I thought. Maybe we'll be okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing now that I've said it, though. Okay, so we need filters. If I want to filter them ahead of time... Actually, I think every time I filtered stuff ahead of time, it wasn't worth it. I think there are very few reasons to filter at the output. It makes it feel like it's easier to make it not back up, but it doesn't actually matter. So we're just going to do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a weird balance, but that's fine. Strong box, strong box, strong box. It's not like we're going to be limited by speed at all. Okay, we don't want to set it up until things are actually done. See, what side of the belt will this go on? Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, so first one's genetic data, then we can do scrap, and then we can do bioculture, I guess. Because bioculture is the main thing we're getting out of this, so that one actually doesn't really need a chest at all. But we have one just in case, mostly just for setup. It's just nice to have them early. And then these are all flipped the wrong way, so that's an easy fix. So bioculture. I like how I typed bio, like that was going to give me anything useful. Okay, they're flipped. Perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you, Nightbot. You're working today. Okay. Data cards. I have no idea how we're going to recycle those. Probably we're just going to buffer them for a while because that's going to take a while to set that up. We'll probably want to recycle them at the very end of the chain because we're also going to be producing them from the science itself, I imagine. So yeah, there's a lot that's going to happen. Okay. I am happy with that. Let's see. Are we getting rockets again? Are we actually getting coal rockets? We still have not gotten a coal rocket. Okay, something else is wrong. Oh, it probably went to another planet. Okay, this isn't counting correctly. Why are you not counting? Oh, it's not connected at all. Okay, well, that's fine. Easy fix. We just keep increasing this number. Perfect. And we have to do the exact same thing with the capsules too, don't we? Amazing. Worked flawlessly. Wasn't really how I wanted that to work, but that's fine. It's really not a big deal. There we go. I did not realize our personal bots have been disabled this whole time. Okay, this produces so much genetic data. Okay, I don't think genetic data is actually going to be a limiting factor. Honestly, we're more input speed limited than we are anything else. If at first it doesn't work, break it in another way. Exactly. Glad you understand. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these. That seems reasonable to me. Because it feels like we're actually limited largely by output speed as well. So let's do a 2 stack inserters. That seems good. Yeah, basically it's limited by the fact that these don't activate fast enough. Like if it had a larger internal buffer, I think the ratios would be fine. But it basically alternates. This runs half the time, this runs half the time. So we actually have like half the production, which not a huge deal, just a little bit suboptimal. But I mean, what part of our base isn't? Honestly, a little suboptimal is pretty good all things considered, when we look at the rest of what I've made. Okay, that should be running a lot more consistently now. To the point where we're actually going to be limited by other things, which I think is totally fine. Yeah, let's expand this a little bit. There we go. This is a weird mix of substations and medium power poles, but hey, what's wrong with that? Okay, these do not stack very much, so this will not run long before we have to process it, but that's okay. Okay, bioculture now gets mixed and becomes biomass. Okay. Don't know how we're going to process contaminated biosludge. I wonder if we can recycle it earlier, because I don't really want to have to send it all the way back. We might be able to make a recycling facility here. Or, sorry, decontamination facility here. Okay, so nutrient gel we have. That's no problem to get. We'll just steal it from here. We'll make another layer. I guess we don't have to take directly from this belt. There's really no reason to. Let's use a stack inserter as well. Considering we have a stack inserter output, I feel like it doesn't make sense for us to not have stack inserter input. Okay, and now this one is the one in the growth facility. Okay, we finally got to the growth facility that we've tried to place like 3 times so far. Okay, and if we leave 2 tiles here, I think that's enough for all the fluids we need, right? Yeah. Perfect. And now where's where did I put that biogel or whatever it's called? Nutrient gel, something. The pink goo. That's all that matters. It's pink and we need it. Okay. And then underground, or place. I think that works. I have no idea how fast this is going to work, but it will work. That's what matters. Okay, we finally got biomass. Well, conceptually. We finally got it, you know, in every way except for having it. Okay, underground. Easiest way to connect it is definitely just going to be through there. Okay, what does recycling that look like? Contaminated biosludge. Okay, so that gives us regular biosludge. What does this? And this gives... Okay, this gives us contaminated biosludge and scrap. Okay, I think we're pretty close to scrap recycling, right? So we might actually be able to do a small recycling here without any issue. So if we have a tank and a... What's it called? I think it's just called decontamination facility. Yeah. Yeah, I think local recycling is definitely our best bet here. Ooh, wait. It depends if it needs fresh liquid as well. I should probably look at the recipe more closely. Let's see. We have one over here. Honestly, is it difficult to connect this? Let's see. I think we already tried to connect an output, right? Okay, so this isn't that hard. Well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that yet. We should probably confirm that it's actually something we can do first before I say it's not that hard. Also, I don't know what this belt is. Oh, it's the contaminated scrap one. That's important. Okay, so our 2 options are getting scrap recycling from here to here or getting liquid from here to here. Both of those seem slightly annoying, so maybe it doesn't matter which one we pick. Let's see. Honestly, this one doesn't seem too bad. I think the liquid might be easier to move, which is weird because that's almost never the case. But I guess when your base looks like this, anything can happen. Okay, let's make this an underground. Don't even know what that belt is, but I know it's important. Okay, can we go through here? I think we can. But we need to change where this underground lies. But that's not a problem. Okay, perfect. Actually, yeah. No, that was not a problem at all. Definitely glad we went with that option, because that was actually easier than the solid would have been to get through. I really wish there was a better underpipe. I know there are better under belts in space, but I don't think there are any better under pipes in space. Not for undergrounds, at least. I know there are like better pipes in general. They just don't fix this problem of the 5 length undergrounds. Maybe they just thought that would be too easy. They wanted to be cruel about all the fluids that they added. This isn't right. Whoops. We clearly set this up thinking that this belt was empty, when in fact it is not. Okay. Very easy fix, not a problem. But not ideal either. Okay. Actually, yeah, that didn't really... Nothing really stalled because of that. It would have stalled soon. But we had other bottlenecks that were a problem first. Okay, and then these are going to be very easy to drop. Actually, yeah, that wasn't a problem. They stack so high. Okay, perfect. Control click. Okay, I think that's good. Now we could output these onto this belt. I don't think that's a problem. You don't know why space pipes are so terrible? Yeah, I don't get it. Like, they didn't have to make them that bad. They could have just been okay. Like, because they have really bad pressure too, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they have lots of other things that make them awful to use. That having the short distance is just really cruel on top of that. Okay, this can hold biomass, I guess. Okay, what's the easiest way to do this? I think it's easiest to just wait at this point. Okay, so we got to biomass. We're definitely not going to get science today. But I think we can get the biomass set up. Which is still a decent goal. I think. I mean, with how our base looks, getting anything set up in a day is progress. Is something I'm happy with. We're going to do another growth facility. I don't know if we need one. But it feels very slow. You're just flying barrel with bots if you do another run. Honestly, not a bad idea. I totally get that. It would be funny to have like all of this spaghetti base except for liquids where I'm just moving barrels around just to fight the pipes. I could do that. Okay, so we got to biomass. I think that's everything we need, right? Like, I don't want to set up the science part, but I want to get all the all the inputs. Okay, we have plasma stream, data cards, biomass. Okay, all good. Biomass, data cards, lube. We have those. They're going to be really annoying to get over here, but that's fine. Spice, chemical gel, biomass. Okay. Spice, data, biosludge. Okay, so the only thing we're missing is fresh biosludge processing. So let's see. I think the best way to do that. Let's see. We need water. And we need, this needs to be produced with trees. I mean, we'll probably have multiple ones, honestly. Biosludge from biomass. This isn't a net profit, right? There's no way, right? Actually, is that? Okay, 1 biomass becomes 30 biosludge. Huh. I don't know if that's better or not. Then you wouldn't get all this lovely spaghetti. That's true. It does enhance the spaghetti. I feel like it does consume spice, so it might have a profit in biosludge, but it feels like an expensive profit. Like, it feels like that's not the cheapest way for me to get extra biosludge right now. You did barrels with bots the first time, it was a different kind of headache. Yeah, with how much steel you have, like, just buffered everywhere, I could see that being problematic. Like, even just barrels shipped to space is annoying. I couldn't imagine them also having to go everywhere else. Okay, biosludge. Okay, well, they are made in biochem facilities, so that's a good start. We can make it from fish. That's definitely not our cheapest option. I don't actually know how we can get fish in this mod. I know you can launch rockets in vanilla to get fish. I don't know what rocket you would launch in this one. Maybe the same, maybe the equivalent here of rocket, the space science one probably. Or the satellite rocket, I think is what it's called. See, biosludge from biomass. This feels like it's converting chemical gel and water into biosludge, basically. The main way to generate long-term... Oh my god, there's a description. The main way to generate biosludge long-term. I wonder if this is the one we should use. It's maybe I should have read the description just a little bit. Okay, so that's... you know what? I'll take that as an endorsement. We'll also probably want to supplement it with spare wood just to get rid of the wood. So we are going to do... I guess we can do it up in this corner. I don't know how much we'll need, but this seems like a good spot for it. Now we need one for wood, and we need one for biomass, and then I think we have a third one that we'll be getting at some point. And then we can prioritize them based on buffered inputs, I guess. So if we have a tank, we really just need like one tank. And then it needs to go into a buffer chest, which, let's see. Or a buffered tank, I guess, is more accurate. Okay, so something like that could work. And then we also need water, which I don't think that is going to be an issue to get up there, right? Yeah. Water's not a problem. Okay, they probably connect in different spots like they always do. So we have biosludge from wood. And biomass. Okay. Oh, they actually... No, that's... I was wrong. They are actually all next to each other. That's convenient. I thought they were going to be mean like they normally are. Perfect. Okay, and then I think my spacing is off. It's workable. I want them all to have potentially different priorities. So I want them to all go into separate pumps. I don't think it matters that much yet, because we don't have more than one option. But it might matter eventually. It's easier to have it set up now, especially since this is not the difficult part. Okay, and then this can have biomass and wood on it, I guess. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll actually split it off. Because, yeah, we'll definitely have wood there. Okay, input. Sure. We'll just put lots of power poles. They're cheap. Okay. Oh, those can go much longer than I thought they would. Okay, biosludge, I think is what it's called, is less than 10,000. And then wood, we actually want to make it prioritized because wood is basically just wasting stuff. So we'll do less than 5,000. And that should work, right? I don't think we're missing anything here. It's just missing power. And obviously biomass production is pretty low. But it does produce a net positive. Oh, wait, this has scrap in it. That's annoying. Okay, so now that we have scrap in here, that means this pipe that we set up, completely useless. Because we need to get rid of the scrap anyway. So we literally save 0 effort by getting rid of that liquid. Awesome. But at least I am aware of the issue and can now ignore it intentionally instead of having it haunt me the whole time. Also, the scrap isn't a problem to get rid of. It was just kind of funny that it didn't end up mattering. You reached the milestone of 200k socks. Nice. I'm surprised it's that little. I guess they don't... Actually, yeah, I guess you only generate like a couple hundred a day, huh? So never mind, that is a lot of socks. Because I don't really do gambling much. And when I do, it's not like people bet a lot on it. Usually just like a few points as a joke. And some countries can't even bet. Like, I don't think you could anyway. But I know there's like some people who have like millions in some places and Usually that comes from just Gamba. When somebody puts in like 100,000 points on something. But yeah, very, very impressive then. I need to come up with... I haven't thought of what I wanted to do with points for a while. I might do like... I could have people redeem them for various sound alerts I have. Like, play any of the taco songs could be decent. Because we already have, like, change my color. Those are the main things that I could think of initially. Because when I was speedrunning, I didn't want sound alerts, but now it doesn't matter that much because, you know, it's not like they're going to distract me from anything important. Like, the world doesn't end if this doesn't get placed immediately. Okay, this is okay. This is backed, very heavily backed up, and I think it's just because I don't have enough of the growth facilities. So let's make more of them. I think I'm ambitious here. I don't think I need this much biomass, and these ratios are completely random. But they seem to be backing up, and that's what matters. Okay, these belts are rotated wrong, but aside from that, I think... Aside from the fact that it's not set up correctly, I think it's set up correctly. Okay, and then let's insert some speed modules to it. Okay, so we definitely need to get wood as well, but I don't think that's a priority, right? I mean, this will actually fill up a lot faster than I thought it would. I will add that to the to-do list. So we increased our biomass recycling, so that's good. So we need to finish bioscience and wood rocket. Okay, that's, I think, the only things I had in mind. Because methane, this one's taken care of. Oh, we're out of capsules here. Yikes. Okay, that's actually pretty important. Oh! Whoops. That's not right. How do I fix this? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Those will get recycled. It wastes 2/3 of a rocket. Not a big deal. Not a big deal right now. Or sorry, 40% of a rocket, not 2/3. 2/3 would be a bigger deal, but 40% is okay. So yeah, we need to figure out how to send capsules. I think we just have to accept that we need a capsule rocket because we're sending them in ratio, but the ratio we have depends on how the ratio of the input to output rockets in other ways. So like the ratio changes based on which planet it goes to, right? So like this planet doesn't import anything like at all other than rocket fuel. And even then it doesn't really import rocket fuel, which means it needs more capsules than, say, this planet, which is importing water ice and vulcanite and all that good stuff. So the only way we can fix that, I think, is if we start adding a capsule rocket somewhere that only sends if the other rocket is completely out. I think that's reasonable. Because then it won't send that often, and if they are in ratio, it never activates. Now, this will cause us to start backing up like hundreds of space capsules, or thousands, but that's okay. They're eventually cheap. Like, over time, they're not that expensive. But that's it for me today. Let's see, we'll be continuing the meme run of pain tomorrow. It's very slow. A lot faster since we decided to increase our mining productivity by like 7 times. Although I was recommended that I do 10, so I'll probably change that. But yeah, I'll be continuing that mod, the April Fool's mod tomorrow. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.